As we age, keeping our minds sharp becomes more important than ever. Whether you're 65 or beyond, it's normal to worry about forgetfulness or that occasional mental fog. But what if I told you that some simple changes in your diet could help keep your mind clearer and more focused every single day? In today's video, we're going to reveal 5 incredible foods that can boost your memory, enhance focus, and keep your brain healthy as you get older. These aren't complicated meals or exotic superfoods. They're simple, easy-to-find ingredients that you can add to your daily routine right now. So how do they work? Well, each of these foods is packed with essential nutrients like omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, and vitamins that promote brain health. These nutrients support everything from improving your memory to reducing inflammation and even protecting your brain from age-related decline. The best part? It doesn't take a lot to see results. By incorporating just a few of these foods into your diet, you'll be taking powerful steps toward maintaining your mental clarity and focus for years to come. Make sure to watch till the end, as we're diving into each food's unique benefits and how you can easily add them to your meals. Before we get started, if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and leave a comment below. We'd love to hear what foods you already love that help keep your mind sharp. Let's dive in. 5. Turmeric, gold of the brain. Of all the brain-supporting foods we've explored, one stands out like a golden crown, and that's turmeric. It may come last on the list, but make no mistake, turmeric deserves the spotlight, especially for those of us over 60 who want to stay mentally sharp for many more years to come. What makes turmeric so special is its star compound, curcumin. Unlike many nutrients that can't easily reach the brain, curcumin has a rare ability to cross the blood-brain barrier. Once it gets there, it acts like a cleaning crew and shield all in one. It reduces chronic inflammation, clears out amyloid plaques, which are heavily linked to Alzheimer's disease, and supports healthy neuron function. This isn't just theory. Research backs it up. A 2018 study published in the American Journal of Geriatric Psychiatry followed older adults who took curcumin daily for 18 months. The result? Significant improvements in memory and attention compared to those who didn't take it. That kind of finding gives real hope and real direction for anyone who wants to protect their brain health naturally. So, how can you bring turmeric into your daily routine without turning your kitchen upside down? It's easier than you might think. Many people enjoy a warm glass of golden milk in the morning. Just a teaspoon of turmeric stirred into a cup of warm milk, dairy or plant-based, with a pinch of black pepper to enhance absorption. You can also add it to soups, stews, rice, or even smoothies. Its earthy, slightly bitter flavor blends well with savory dishes and can become part of your daily rhythm without much effort. Now, you might be wondering, do I need to buy supplements? That depends. If you enjoy cooking and can add turmeric to your meals regularly, food sources are a great way to go. But if you prefer a simpler routine, or if your doctor suggests it, high-quality curcumin supplements can offer a more concentrated dose. Just make sure they contain piperine or another ingredient to aid absorption, as curcumin alone is not easily absorbed by the body. As we wrap up our exploration of brain-friendly foods, it's worth reflecting on what ties all of these habits together: intention. None of us can stop aging, but we can age with purpose. Choosing to nourish your mind with turmeric, along with berries, leafy greens, omega-3s, and nuts, is a quiet but powerful way to say, my health matters. My mind matters. And the best part? These small, consistent choices don't just help preserve memory. They remind us, day after day, that we are still in charge of our lives, still capable of learning, still deserving of wellness. So go ahead, stir that turmeric into your tea. Add a little to your next curry. Try in a smoothie. It might seem like a simple habit, but the impact it can have on your brain and your confidence is anything but small. What's your favorite way to include turmeric in your meals? Or do you already feel a difference from adding it to your routine? I'd love to hear your experience, so feel free to share it in the comments. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more gentle, science-backed tips to help you thrive at every age. Here's to a brighter, clearer, more confident tomorrow, starting today. For Blueberry Purple Brain Tonic. Blueberries, the tiny purple boost for your brain. There's something almost magical about a bowl of blueberries. At first glance, they're just small, soft, and sweet berries. Easy to eat, pleasant to look at. But for those of us navigating life after 60, they hold a secret that might surprise you. They're a quiet powerhouse for your brain. You see, as we age, it's completely natural for our memory to change. Some days, we may forget a name, misplace our glasses, or walk into a room only to pause and ask ourselves, "Now, what was I doing?" These moments are common and often harmless, but they also make us more curious and maybe a little concerned about how we can protect our brain in the long run. This is where blueberries enter the picture. These tiny purple fruits are rich in a compound called anthocyanin, a natural pigment that gives them their beautiful deep color. But anthocyanins do more than just color your fruit. They are one of the most powerful antioxidants found in nature, and their role in brain health is becoming more and more impressive the deeper researchers dig. Let's talk science for a moment. Not in a complicated way, but just enough to understand why this matters to you. A study published by Harvard University in 2020 followed a group of older adults over a long period. The researchers discovered that those who consumed blueberries at least once or twice a week had up to a 30% lower risk of cognitive decline compared to those who didn't eat them regularly. That's a significant number, especially considering how simple and delicious this habit can be. How do blueberries work their magic? It starts with those anthocyanins. These compounds help improve communication between brain cells, reduce inflammation, and even protect the brain from oxidative stress, a process linked to aging and memory loss. Inflammation and stress on brain tissue can gradually wear down our cognitive sharpness, but regular intake of these antioxidants can slow that process down. Think of it like giving your brain a daily coat of armor. In addition to anthocyanins, blueberries contain vitamin C, vitamin K, and fiber, all of which contribute to general well-being, immune health, and even gut function, which scientists now believe is closely connected to the brain. The healthier your gut, the healthier your brain. It's a fascinating and evolving field called the gut-brain connection. Now, how can we make this a part of everyday life, especially if you're not used to eating berries often? The good news is blueberries are wonderfully versatile and easy to include in your meals, even if you don't cook much. You might start your day by tossing a handful of fresh or frozen blueberries into your bowl of oatmeal or cereal. Their natural sweetness can reduce your need for added sugar while giving your breakfast a colorful twist. If you enjoy smoothies, try blending a few berries with banana, yogurt, or even a splash of almond milk. It's a refreshing and brain-loving drink to enjoy on warm mornings. Another lovely way to include blueberries is by mixing them into plain yogurt. Not only is it a simple snack, but the combination of yogurt and berries gives you both probiotics and antioxidants, a win for both your gut and your brain. And if you enjoy baking, why not add some to homemade muffins or a light sponge cake? It doesn't have to be fancy, just something you enjoy and feel good about. Now, perhaps you're wondering, do they have to be fresh? Not at all. While fresh blueberries are wonderful when in season, frozen ones are just as nutritious. In fact, they are often picked and frozen at peak ripeness, locking in their antioxidant power. So don't hesitate to keep a bag in the freezer for easy access. They last longer, and you can use them just the same. It's also worth mentioning that while blueberries are a fantastic part of a brain-healthy diet, they're not a miracle cure on their own. Think of them as part of a bigger picture, a balanced lifestyle that includes movement, good sleep, meaningful connections with others, and staying curious about life. But the beauty of blueberries is how easy they are to enjoy. No pills, no complicated preparations, just nature doing its work, one sweet bite at a time. So next time you pass the fruit aisle or scroll through an online grocery site, remember this small but mighty fruit. It's a delicious habit to add to your life, and a simple one to share with your friends, your grandchildren, or even just with yourself over a quiet breakfast. And who knows, maybe that handful of blueberries is more than a snack. Maybe it's a little step toward keeping your memories clearer, your thoughts sharper, and your days just a bit brighter. 3. Fatty fish boosts memory and slows brain aging. By now, we've looked at the benefits of turmeric and blueberries for your brain. But what about something a little more savory? Something that comes straight from the ocean. If you've ever enjoyed a tender bite of grilled salmon or a spoonful of sardines with toast, you're already on the right track. Fatty fish may be one of the most underrated yet powerful allies when it comes to maintaining mental sharpness and slowing brain aging after 60. Let's talk about why. Fatty fish like salmon, sardines, mackerel, and trout are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, particularly DHA, docosahexaenoic acid. DHA is a type of fat that makes up a significant portion of the human brain, especially in the gray matter. Gray matter is the part of the brain responsible for memory, decision-making, emotions, and motor control. It's essentially the thinking part of the brain. As we age, our gray matter can begin to shrink, leading to slower reflexes, forgetfulness, or difficulty focusing. But here's where fatty fish come in. Studies have shown that people who eat fish regularly tend to have more gray matter in the brain. That's right, more of the good stuff that keeps your thoughts clear and your mood stable. A 2016 study published in Neurology, one of the most respected medical journals in the world, tracked older adults over several years. It found that seniors who consumed fish at least twice a week had significantly higher levels of gray matter compared to those who rarely or never ate fish. What's more, these same individuals performed better on cognitive tests related to memory and problem solving. In essence, their brains looked and functioned like those of younger people. But why is DHA so important? To put it simply, DHA helps brain cells communicate. Think of each brain cell as a phone line. When DHA levels are high, the connection is strong and clear. But when you're low on DHA, the line starts to crackle, the message gets fuzzy, and eventually, some calls don't get through at all. Over time, this poor communication contributes to cognitive decline. Now, you might wonder, can I just take an omega-3 supplement instead of eating fish? That's a fair question. While omega-3 supplements, like fish oil capsules, can certainly help, research shows that whole foods often work better. When you eat fish, you're not only getting DHA, but also a host of other nutrients like vitamin D, selenium, and high-quality protein that work together to support overall brain and body health. Plus, preparing and enjoying a meal is an experience in itself. It engages your senses, sparks joy, and can even bring family members together. A small but meaningful way to stay mentally and emotionally connected. For those who might be new to cooking fish or unsure of how to make it palatable, here are a few gentle suggestions. Steaming or lightly baking fish with fresh herbs and a slice of lemon keeps it soft and easy to digest, while preserving nutrients. Ginger pairs beautifully with salmon and mackerel, not just for flavor, but also for its anti-inflammatory properties. If chewing or digestion is a concern, a soft fish stew with vegetables like carrots and potatoes can be both nourishing and comforting. Some seniors worry about the fishy smell or taste. In that case, sardines packed in olive oil can be mashed and mixed into scrambled eggs or a warm bowl of oatmeal with savory toppings. It may sound unusual, but in many cultures, these combinations are traditional breakfast foods. And don't forget about smoked trout or canned salmon. Convenient, flavorful options that require little preparation. Now, I want to gently address something else: cost. You might think eating fish twice a week sounds expensive, but it doesn't have to be. Canned sardines, mackerel, and salmon are often quite affordable, especially when bought in bulk. They also store well and require no refrigeration, making them ideal for seniors who live alone or don't cook as often. A single can, paired with some brown rice and steamed greens, becomes a simple, brain-boosting meal. Here's something else to keep in mind. The benefits of fatty fish go beyond just memory and focus. Omega-3s have been shown to reduce inflammation throughout the body, lower the risk of depression, support heart health, and even improve eye function. That means a plate of grilled trout isn't just good for your brain, it's good for your entire body. And let's be honest, there's something lovely and almost meditative about sitting down to a warm, home-cooked meal. It can turn an ordinary evening into a moment of calm, especially when you know that what you're eating is helping you stay strong, independent, and mentally vibrant. So, if you're looking for a delicious way to protect your brain as you age, fatty fish deserves a place on your plate. Start small, once a week perhaps. Try a new recipe. Experiment with herbs. And remember, this isn't about perfection. It's about progress, one tasty bite at a time. Up next, we'll explore another simple food that may be sitting in your fruit bowl right now. And it too has remarkable brain-boosting benefits. But before we dive into that, I'd love to hear from you. What's your favorite fish dish? Do you have a special memory or family tradition involving seafood? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to stay updated on all our new videos about senior health, independence, and joyful living. Let's keep this journey going together. 2. Walnuts, true brain food. By now, you might be wondering if brain health really comes down to what's on your plate. Well, yes, and the answer might be smaller than you think. Let's take a closer look at one of the humblest, most brain-friendly snacks you can find: the walnut. There's something beautifully symbolic about the walnut. Crack it open, and you'll notice something uncanny. It looks just like a tiny human brain. Nature has a funny way of giving us clues, and in this case, the resemblance isn't just coincidence. Walnuts truly are brain food in every sense of the word. Packed into each wrinkled little half is a powerful combination of omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, and polyphenol. These nutrients don't just sit quietly in your system. They go to work, actively reducing inflammation and shielding your brain's delicate cells from oxidative stress. This kind of cellular damage is one of the primary drivers of cognitive decline as we age. So every bite of walnut is like a tiny shield for your neurons, protecting your memory, focus, and even your emotional stability. One of the most convincing studies on this came out of UCLA in the United States. Researchers found that people who regularly consumed walnuts scored significantly higher on cognitive tests than those who didn't. These tests measured memory, concentration, and processing speed, all vital functions for staying independent and mentally sharp in later life. What's more, the benefits remained consistent across different age groups, ethnicities, and education levels, suggesting that the impact of walnuts is both real and widely applicable. What makes walnuts stand out from other nuts? While many nuts are healthy, walnuts are particularly rich in alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, a plant-based omega-3. Our bodies can convert ALA into the same type of omega-3s found in fatty fish, though in smaller amounts. But the beauty of walnuts is that they also contain vitamin E, folate, and melatonin. all of which play supporting roles in maintaining brain function. In a sense, walnuts are like a natural multivitamin for your mind. And they're easy to work into your daily routine. Just 4 to 5 walnut halves a day are enough to deliver real benefits. No need for handfuls or complicated recipes. You can sprinkle them onto your morning oatmeal, stir them into a bowl of yogurt, or simply enjoy them on their own as a mid-morning snack with a cup of tea. One thing I often hear from older friends is, "I'd like to eat more nuts, but they're hard to chew." That's completely valid. If you find walnuts a bit too firm for your liking, you can chop them into smaller pieces or even grind them into a soft paste and stir them into warm porridge or applesauce. There are plenty of gentle, tooth-friendly ways to enjoy them. Now, some of you might be managing your weight or blood sugar, and that's where walnuts shine again. Despite being rich in fat, walnuts have been shown to help with appetite control and support metabolic health. This means that including a small portion of walnuts in your diet could actually help you feel fuller for longer, preventing those mid-afternoon cravings for sweets or processed snacks. Think of it as eating smart, not less. More broadly, including foods like walnuts in your daily routine reflects something deeper, a commitment to self-care. At this stage of life, many of us are shifting from doing for others to finally doing for ourselves. Choosing a handful of walnuts each morning might seem simple, but it's a small, empowering act that says, "I value my mind. I'm still learning, growing, and taking charge of my health." Let's not forget, either, the joy of preparing food with intention. Taking a few minutes in the kitchen to put together a brain-boosting bowl, some oatmeal, a spoonful of yogurt, a drizzle of honey, and a sprinkle of chopped walnuts can become a peaceful daily ritual. It's not just about nutrition. It's about creating space in your day to care for yourself calmly and lovingly. And while you're doing that, you might be helping more than just your brain. Studies have also linked walnut consumption with better heart health and improved mood. A healthy heart keeps blood flowing smoothly to your brain, while a stable mood helps you stay motivated, connected, and curious, all crucial elements of healthy aging. Of course, no single food is a miracle cure, and walnuts alone won't replace a balanced diet, regular exercise, or social interaction. But they can be part of a bigger picture, a lifestyle that respects the body and honors the mind. So the next time you're at the shop or market, pick up a small bag of walnuts. Keep them in a glass jar where you can see them, and start adding a few into your meals. You don't need a gourmet recipe or fancy preparation. All it takes is consistency, a bit of curiosity, and the desire to invest in yourself one bite at a time. In the next part of our journey, we'll move from crunchy to creamy, exploring a delicious food from the sea that helps rebuild the very structure of your brain. But before we go there, I'd love to hear from you. Have you tried adding walnuts to your routine? Do you have a favorite way of eating them? Or maybe a family recipe you'd like to share? Let's chat in the comments. And if you found this helpful, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next brain-loving food coming up. We're not just aging, we're thriving. Together. 1. Chicken eggs, simple but good for the brain. Sometimes the best things for our health are hiding in plain sight, right there in the fridge, waiting quietly for us to notice. Let's talk about one such humble hero that's been a part of breakfast tables for generations: the simple egg. For many of us, eggs are comfort food. Perhaps they remind you of childhood mornings, or maybe they're part of your daily breakfast routine even now, soft-boiled, scrambled, or poached just right. But beyond the comfort and convenience, there's something far more impressive happening inside that shell. Inside the golden yolk lies choline, a nutrient that doesn't get nearly as much attention as it should, especially when it comes to brain health. Choline plays a crucial role in the production of acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter deeply involved in memory, learning, and even mood regulation. Without enough choline, your brain's messaging system doesn't operate at full capacity, which can slowly chip away at your ability to recall names, stay focused, or follow conversations. And here's where it gets interesting. Studies have shown that many older adults aren't getting enough choline in their diets. The reason? It's not something most doctors talk about, and it doesn't appear on many nutrition labels. But eggs, particularly the yolk, are one of the richest natural sources of this brain-boosting nutrient. In fact, a single large egg contains about 147 milligrams of choline, which is nearly 30% of the recommended daily intake for older adults. But that's not all. Eggs also provide a generous dose of vitamin B12, a nutrient that becomes even more essential as we age. As our bodies grow older, our ability to absorb B12 from food can decline, leading to subtle but significant symptoms: confusion, memory lapses, fatigue, even depression. Some of these symptoms are mistakenly chalked up to normal aging, when in fact they could be early signs of B12 deficiency. According to research published in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society, low B12 levels have been linked to brain atrophy or shrinkage, particularly in regions involved in memory and reasoning. Including B12-rich foods like eggs in your weekly diet may help protect against this kind of cognitive decline, and it's a simple, affordable change to make. So how many eggs should you eat? The answer depends a bit on your individual health. For most healthy older adults, 3 to 4 eggs per week is a safe and beneficial amount. If you're managing high cholesterol or heart disease, you might want to speak with your doctor to tailor the advice. But for the average person, eggs are not the villain they were once made out to be. In fact, more recent research suggests that moderate egg consumption has little effect on cholesterol levels for most people and can be part of a heart-healthy diet. Eggs are also incredibly versatile. One of my favorite ways to enjoy them is as a soft-boiled egg over a warm bowl of steamed vegetables, sprinkled with a pinch of sea salt and black pepper. It's nourishing, satisfying, and gentle on the stomach, especially first thing in the morning. You can also whisk them into an omelet with a few slices of tomato and spinach, or enjoy a classic egg sandwich on whole grain toast. And if chewing has become a little more effort than it used to be, eggs are a perfect solution. They're naturally soft, easy to digest, and packed with protein to help maintain muscle mass and energy levels. But there's something else about eggs that I think we often overlook: the ritual, the gentle crack of the shell, the warm steam rising from a freshly boiled egg. These small, sensory moments are grounding. They remind us that nourishment isn't just about nutrients. It's about presence, about starting the day with intention. That intention matters. As we move through life, particularly into our 60s, 70s, and beyond, brain health becomes less about stopping decline and more about supporting vitality. It's about giving ourselves the best chance to keep participating in life, to read, to remember, to laugh, to share stories with our grandchildren, or to learn something new just for the joy of it. And food is a powerful ally in that journey. We don't need expensive supplements or exotic ingredients. Sometimes we just need to pay closer attention to what's already on our plate. So tomorrow morning, when you reach for that egg, remember, you're not just making breakfast. You're choosing to feed your brain, nourish your memory, and honor the years you've lived with a food that quietly supports the years to come. And if you're thinking about how to build a complete brain-healthy plate, hold on to that thought, because up next we'll be talking about a nut that looks suspiciously like the brain itself and may just help protect it too.